Oh, the coffee is tasting good. The coffee is tasting good. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Good Sunday morning. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, locals. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, X Live. And good morning, Kick. Good morning, Kick. And good morning to the real Montana. Hey. And good morning to SM9. And good morning to Laura. Oh, we're all coming in from U.S. Air Force, real Montana. Good. And Jim and Liam. Oh man, we're already blessed. We have Liam in here. He's in the chat. Oh my Lord, I got to try to catch up. I can't catch up. I can't put. You guys are talking too fast. I can't put him up on the board. Good morning. Good Sunday morning, folks. We got Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble Studios. Broadcasting out to a total of 7 platforms here, and we're having fun doing so. You can follow me over there at Fireman Rich on X. I'm also there at Fireman Rich on Truth Social, Blue Skies, Instagram Threads, and the public Facebook, The Real Fire. I rated before I logged off. Oh, you did? Well, it's a good thing you didn't. Well, we had a power bump here about an hour ago. So this is a raid. Oh, this is a raid. Okay. Okay, Liam. Thank you for the raid. You're still on. Okay. You can raid while you're still live? Are you still live? We're going to have to bring you up here in a little bit here. And Tony D, salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Hashtag positive start to the day. And Tony says good morning. And this is not a Monday, folks. This is a Sunday. I took yesterday off, so I'm good to go here. No, I'm offline. Oh, you're offline. Okay, okay. Let me refresh this here. I've shown that you're still online. Let's see, Liam. That's Jim Figerty. Liam is rating us. He was just ending and stuff like that. We sort of overlap, and I tell you, Liam, you give me inspiration, my friend. You do give me inspiration, and I love you for that. You're a scholar and a gentleman. Where the hell is? Oh, there it is. That's who it is. Check out Liam. He's Jim Figerty on Twitch. Make sure you check him out. He's a great broadcaster here as far as that goes. And this is a raid, real Montana. Okay, yeah, I'm just starting to understand that, real Montana. And no, Liam just got off. SM9 says Tony D has the weather there. We'll get to the weather. Hey, Thamer, coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you for being here. And Thamer saying hi to Liam. Good morning to Thamer from Laura. And only bad thing, I am a bad judge of whiskey. I thought you didn't drink. I imagine you took a shot or two in your younger day there, right? Oh, because you don't drink. Yeah, that's because he does. Yeah, okay. I've acquired a taste for whiskey. I don't. That's okay. Yeah, I remember you corrected me on that as far as you don't partake. I like whiskey. I'll take a little shot once in a while. It's not that bad. I love James Irish. Well, there's a whiskey that my good friend Tony D, their brother veteran, good friend and fellow broadcaster that's in the chat there. Tony turned me on to Crown Royal. I knew Crown Royal was out there. I never had it while I was in the service, but I had it here in the last since I met Tony D here. And let's see, I'm trying to catch up on the chat here because this is important. This is where we get some activity here. Real Montana. I've never tried Jameson Irish whiskey, but I imagine it's pretty good. Laura saying hi to Tony. Jack Daniels, that's a good one. SM9. I drank a lot of Jack Daniels if I did drink it. That was my preferred, but I like Crown Royal. And let's see. Liam says worst rock gut is Irish. Irish is patty whiskey. Okay. And Thamer saying hi to Tony. Crown Royal and Coke for that's good. Yeah, I like Crown Royal just straight, but I imagine with Coke it'd be good. Crown Royal by itself is great. It's very tasty. And Tony saying hi to the real Montana. Patty is cheap style. Jim figured. Okay, that's the cheap stuff. Okay. And then Laura says, Liam is Irish and have not a clue about whiskey. Something must be wrong. That is an anomaly. That is a rarity. Okay. That's why we like Liam, because he is a very rare individual, and we appreciate for who he is. The real Montana says Tullamore Dew whiskey. Okay, I guess that's a good one. And SM9. There is an SM2, I think. He's in the UK. I haven't seen him in years. He goes back to my audio days. SM9 says the real Montana. Yep, I love Jack. Yeah, JD and Coke. That was the mainstay in the Air Force. And the real Montana says, Laura, I know. And Liam, Jim Figerty on Twitch says, and also Laura Grant, don't have. Oh, you don't have the red hair of the dog. Okay. What a start. You guys are gracing me here. But the swears, yeah. Oh, this is great, folks. This is fantastic as far as that goes. Let's see. We got over 11 people here. I still got to post this out. Just bear with me. Go ahead and talk in the chat while we're gonna. I always forget one thing. Our channel is always good for a laugh and as clean. It is. You set the example of what a channel should be like, Liam. Okay, that's Jim Figerty. He has a great Twitch channel. He is very. How old are you again, Liam? Are you? I want to say 82. Are you 82? The real Montana. We're gonna get to the weather. The weather right now, it was raining. We got spot rainy. We got some spot thunder showers. As far as that, 79 and a bit. Okay, that's right. I know you were up there. He gives me inspiration because I'm only 66. I'm a youngster. So you give me inspiration there, Liam. So we greatly appreciate that. You don't have to be a youngster to broadcast. And I'm going to be talking about those youngsters and as far as that goes. So, yeah, I thank you very much, sir. You are the best as far as I'm concerned. You are. We have fun too. I know when we overlap and stuff like that, we go back and forth, and I enjoy. I feel very blessed by all your presence in the chat, coming in on the raid from chat, and Tony, you're here. As far as that goes, this is great. I thought it was just going to be a freaking real quiet Sunday morning. You guys perked me up more than this last cup of coffee that I'm having this morning. So great to be here with you. Like I said, I gotta post this up on my social media feeds. Let me see. I forgot to do this. I usually do this beforehand. So I just did the edit there, but I gotta grab the link. And let me get that done real quick. A little bit of maintenance here as far as that goes. Embed. Let's get the link. And we're here on Rumble Studio, so I'm getting the Rumble link to send it out to the various platforms here. I already have this preset, but I always forget to preset this to copy and paste it into the various let's see. Let's see. We're going to go first with Truth Social. I am on Truth Social at Fireman Rich. We're going to let the people know what we're broadcasting here on this last day of June. And we're also over on Blue Skies. Blue Skies is a pretty good place to be, at Fireman Rich there. And I post on X. X is automatic because we're on X Live right now. And thank you, Tony, for liking the post there, the broadcast on X there. Let me bring this up. Let's see how many people we got on X. Let's see. We have 3 people on X. Thank you very much for the 3 people on X. Greatly appreciate that. Let's see. We posted that on. Let's see. And I'm also on Instagram Threads. I'm on all these platforms because I know multiple people on all these platforms, just to let them know that, hey, we're broadcasting here on Rumble. And Let's see, and the other one is Getter. Doesn't get that much traction as the other one, so but I still post there. Okay, and let's see, we got Gab. Gab is really the bottom of the barrel, but I still like posting there. And then we have let's see, the missus liked the thought for the day on the Facebook. Okay, so thank you. She's just in the next room on her laptop. She liked my my post there. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, there's the we're on Facebook Live, but we want to go to the public face. I can't broadcast on the public Facebook, the Real Fireman Rich, because currently I only have 88 followers on Facebook, the public Facebook. I have 88 people. I need 12 more to broadcast. I'm broadcasting on my private Facebook channel. So hello and good Sunday morning to my my sister out in Phoenix, my cousins out in Minnesota and Wisconsin, my good friends. I have a few good friends there that we were firefighters together. They're in the private Facebook. I don't really care for Facebook, but I'm starting to use it a little bit more. And as such, and we are on the public we're on the private Facebook right now. Yeah, there we are. We're on the public Facebook, and we're also on Kick. Well, we have one viewer on Kick. Kick is okay. It's the seventh place that I'm broadcasting. We've got a total of 7 places we're broadcasting to. So SM9 says, I stay away from Facebook. Went down too many conspiracy. Yeah, I stay away from those rabbit holes. I keep it in general. My public Facebook mirrors what I post for the most part on X. X at Fireman Rich is my mainstay as far as that goes. And so we did all those postings. And but for the main one, we are on Rumble, okay? So if you would, instead of Facebook, go to Rumble, follow me, download the app, the Rumble app. It's great. We're not up to 10 people on Rumble. We have a total of 8 people, but I'm just going to say, hey, I'm on Rumble. That's my Fireman Rich. It's the Fireman. I got 2. I got Fireman Rich and then Fireman Rich Broadcasts. I put all I put all the broadcasts under Fireman Rich Broadcasts. So Rumble is a happening place. I enjoy it. I know Tony D likes it. And let's see, Liam says, oh, we got to catch up on okay, we're caught up on the thing. Now on YouTube, this is my YouTube channel, Richard M. Roberts, at Richard M. Roberts. It's my old Tioga Fire Protection, Fire Prevention. I changed the name to at Richard M. Roberts. So that's me. It's got my real name. And like I said, we have Tony D. Let me plug Tony D. I always like plugging Tony D. Tony D is in the chat at Tony Tone 163 on X. Okay. X is primarily my mainstay for now. I like it. I don't like what I'm hearing about X, where they're going to say you got to have the premium subscription to subscribe. You don't just have that's one level above the blue check marks. Blue check mark just means you're verified. The premium subscription, that's more. So they're going to be taking that. Well, I'll be interested to see what happens when that takes place. But there was a tweet coming out concerning that on the X's timeline. Wow, this has been a very exciting first 16 minutes of the broadcast, folks. And this isn't even Monday. This is a Sunday morning. I didn't do any broadcasting yesterday. I just kicked back. I did some posts. If you saw them on X, I might have pissed some people off as far as what I posted, but that's how I feel about certain things as far as that goes. I value and I respect other people's opinions, but sometimes just like I've been told my opinion is shit. Well, sometimes other people's opinions are shit too. So I just throw it up. And that's why I did. I wasn't in a broadcasting mood yesterday for Saturday. I was just hanging out over there on X at Fireman Rich. and posting up. I did play some PUBG Mobile, which I ended up getting another almost chicken dinner. It seems to be. So I played some gaming yesterday offline. And that's one of the things I've been doing last week. And I'm Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I've been doing the nightly gaming here the last week. And I think I feel comfortable with it because Monday there's nothing really on TV, and Wednesday night's the same thing, and Friday night we did watch a movie last night, Saturday. I might talk about that if I can remember what the movie was. It was a Ron Howard Netflix production. It was a very good. It's based on a true story too. I can't think of the name right now. I'll have to ask the missus there. But I decided this morning. I went up and we got up early. I went up and got the penny saver. We're going to be going over some of the stuff that's in the penny saver. And no, I don't want that. I want the weather here. We're going to get to the weather and such. So I felt good about this morning. I felt more good about coming online than I did yesterday and stuff like that. And it might be because over the, let's see, SM9. Did you watch? Yes, I did watch that. I did watch the debate, and I'm not going to gotta watch it myself. Yeah, the debate was very interesting. I mean, it's obvious who won, who was there, and who wasn't, literally. I think 9 minutes, let me just say SM9, we're not going to go into detail on that. I everybody's going to have their opinion. I'm not going to analyze it. I have some very good, concise analysis by someone I follow, and that's Bill O'Reilly. It's over on @FiremanRich. No politics. Yeah, I'll brush over it. I did watch it. I think it was a fair debate. 9 minutes into the debate, it was obvious who won the debate. Okay, and as a U.S. citizen, an American here, this country, I'm a little concerned. Because, it's one of those questions for the last 2-3 years. I've been saying, who's steering the ship? Well, obviously, one of the candidates that was up there, that's the current president, he's not steering the ship, and it was obvious. So that's my take. I'm not going to go any further into that. I did post up over there on X @FiremanRich. Let me drive to that for a minute here. Let me see what I got. Some pics of what I think about one of the participants of the debate. I'm not a fan. I'll be straightforward. That's being nice. There's a lot of truths that hasn't been. I mean, it's obvious after this debate that there's a lot of things that was said to the American public. They're not true. So let's see. Where is that? Let me see. There's a CNN poll that said that 67% went to one candidate that's trying to get reelected, and the other candidate that is the current president only received 33%. And there's a Bill O'Reilly link, YouTube, that he lays out what happened at the debate on the CNN presidential debate, and I think it's very concise on what he says. I would agree totally with that analogy. So if you want to know what my views are on what the debate was, watch that @FiremanRich. I'm not going to go into detail because I mean what Bill O'Reilly says in that YouTube encapsulates exactly how I saw that event last week. It was historic, no doubt. It was very historic. But there is concerns. There's a lot of concerns. So I'm going to just end it right there because like SM9 says, no politics, fair enough. And I'm not going to go deep. I'm not going to go down what you said, that rabbit hole. But there's a lot of people concerned. I can tell you that right now. I think that's obvious. So let's see. Our weather, to change the subject. No, I have an opinion. If we were face to face, SM9, I think we would have a good conversation. And let's see. Oh, I'm also concerned about the state of things. And yeah, and you have to be. That puts our political leaders, the people that we vote, or if we don't vote in, we still have to support those that are in. But when it's obvious they're asleep at the wheel. we have to say so much. But to say that online, because it's easy to talk about the shit stuff and all that online, and it just produces drama. I'm not here to produce drama. I just stated what I felt about the debate. We'll leave it there if you want. That's why I post. That's why you have Twitter. That's why you have Facebook. You can, well, Facebook, we'll leave Facebook. That gets too dramatic. But I'm clear and cut on what I post on X, and all those posts I post are my own posts, and I back them. I don't. I think there's some. That's my outlook on things. Okay, it expresses, not to a full degree, but a pretty good degree of how I'm thinking about things. So if you want to know what I'm thinking about, just check out @FiremanRich, or else be here on the broadcast, and you'll see how I feel. Because there's some people that'll take even in the text there's some people, I've been on broadcast, I've been taken out of context drastically. I just say, yeah, okay, see you later. Well, I'm going to change the channel and stuff like that. And I've been taken out of context that I'm a freaking bleeding psychopath or something like that. I'm not. I'm just a simple guy. And you see that here. I'm the real person here. Let's see. SM9 says, it is a shame a lot of people can't stay civil on the top. No, and that's human nature there, SM. I have always one that agreed to disagree. Exactly. Everyone is welcome to their own views. No need to. Yes, exactly. I agree with that totally. That's a very good statement as far as that goes. And I would totally agree with that. And there's certain things, and I make it a rule for myself. I will talk about certain things, and people want to know, and they'll blow it out of context. I've been broadcasting long enough as an amateur to know that people will take what I say out of context. They do it in the chat, just in the chat, a simple chat, say, I don't really care for this. I'm going to, I'm not going to be here anymore. And they just say, they just automatically tag you as a wacko. Well, that tells you I don't want to watch that individual anymore. I don't want to be on that. And there's broadcasters like that. And SM says 100% agree. Yeah. So you know where I'm coming from. So I want this to be fun. It's a good place to be, to have a general discussion. I'm all for a general discussion, but I guess I've learned from my past, SM9, and this is it in a nutshell. I used to be one of those fanatics that would be yelling and screaming if you disagreed. You don't get anywhere there. You absolutely don't. But there's some idiots that can't agree to disagree. Those are the real idiots. They think they're absolutely right on everything. And it's stupid. It's stupid. I before I came online, I went to get the penny saver up here to the up here at the convenience store here. And there's some gentlemen that they up there every Sunday morning. I saw the one gentleman. He just told me he lost his wife, which I felt bad. She finally passed away. I hadn't seen him in a month and a half, and because I go up here to the Penny Saver is a local newspaper, but we got talking, and the conversation we had was great. And it's that face to face. This is a great platform. I love it. I appreciate it. I think it's but there's certain things you can talk about, and once you get accustomed to how that broadcaster is, I'm the real deal. Okay. All I have to say is I was in the Air Force for 20 years, and I love my country. Those two things right there should tell you what type of person I am. Okay. I follow that with the third thing. I'm just a simple guy. There's other people, because like I said, take it out of context, and I have big time last year, where I just said, screw you. This so-called big time broadcaster that is a horse's ass, as far as and that's my opinion. And there's the broadcaster's followers. That's why I love the followers of Liam, Jim Figerty. They're really good. And Tony said, "You know what I'm talking about, Tony, right?" And we had some broadcasters. I've watched a bunch, not just the ones that I know that I don't watch, but you won't believe how much I watch more broadcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so I get a great scheme of what's going on this internet. A lot of it's bullshit. I'd say 85% of it's bullshit. 15% is the real deal. And Tony says, I know some mules and donkeys. Yeah, we're on the same page with that, Tony. As far as that goes. So Tony and I, we've known, for those folks that are watching, Tony and I have known each other for about 3 years now. We met over there on HAPS. Tony's he's a brother veteran. He's military. He turns a wrench on F-15s, and which is a very, very important job. You got to have your shit together. There's other people that make up their importance, and they're just a freaking used car salesperson blowing out shit out their mouth. It might as well be their blowhole. 3 good years. Yeah. 3. I'm looking forward to many more, my friend. You are a mainstay, along with a few others and stuff like that. I have no hesitation. But there's some people, broadcasters, they give the impression, and there was a lot of people like that over on the previous platform. We're all on HAPS. And I've talked about this before, that you put them up on a pedestal, but then you see where they're really coming from. Nah, you're not my cup of tea. I don't care. When you see through all the crap that they're talking about, and you suddenly realize they don't give a rat's ass about anybody in their broadcast. They just care about themselves for the most part. And these are individuals I've given second, third, even fourth chances. And the missus, she gets pissed off at me and says, why are you giving these individuals another chance? I'm a nice guy. I have a heart. Where's my heart? I have a heart. But it becomes apparent that you just got to cut those people out, and you move forward and stuff. And that's what we've been doing. And Tony says, I get asked that as well by plenty. Yes, I know. And I'm fully aware. I'm not ingrained as far as you are, Tony, but some of the conversations we have, I could say, yeah. But for the most part, I wish those blowhards that I no longer watch or pay attention to. And I say that seriously because I have individuals offline that even Tony doesn't know that keeps me apprised of things. And sometimes I take a little peek and I was like, yep, there's no change there. Fuck that. I'm sorry. But I wish, my bottom line is I wish those people the best. Even I'll say one person in particular, and she's known as the Rose. I can't stand her online, but I wish her, get him rich. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it humorous. I wish her the best, but I would never watch this individual. No. That's a person I think I gave 5 chances over on HAPS, and I think everybody gave more than that, and they're still giving them more. I don't want to have. It's just stay away. And I have. I haven't seen that. I've heard of that individual by other people. So even if you don't watch those people, you're still getting cross feeds on it. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. What's that? No, you didn't. Oh, okay. Tony, I have to say, Tony fills me on something, but there's some people other than Tony that I say, really? Offline and stuff. Yeah, the Rose. We I know our friend Mike. Is Michael still broadcasting? No, he's off. I think he was online here earlier. The Rose. Yeah, she's known as the Rose. She's on that platform. I didn't even. I mean, I heard you say something about from the gig. It used to be called Airtime. It's called Cantina now. Stay away from that place in cesspool. That's what I've never been on it, so it's like. Let's see. Tony goes, yeah, he was on. He was. I just saw him. I had a power bump here earlier, about an hour ago. So I decided, okay, I'll go take a quick shower and then come back. I was all set, and then the power. Actually, I took a quick shower, and the power went out. So I came back. I had to reset and stuff like that. So it's always good to talk about broadcasting. So we'll leave that there. Let's see. Today's weather. We're currently at 74 degrees with 74 inside too. 74 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to, let's see, I forgot. That's one more thing I forgot. I forgot to plug on what's the Celsius. Let's see, 74 Fahrenheit to Celsius. That's 23 degrees Celsius that we're at here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside here currently at 9/18/06.30.2024. It's a Sunday, last day of June, a very good June, very hot June. But today we're going to have thunderstorms during the morning, which we did have. It's starting to clear out there. It's seeing blue skies, so it just passed through from the north to the south. Then skies turning partly cloudy during the afternoon. High of 82. We've got the air conditioning on. We've got a fan running too. You might hear it in the background. I don't have the air conditioning on the back window on. You can see the air conditioning? No, you can't see it. Oh, never mind. Who's back there? Oh, Bug is sleeping in the chair. High is 82. Winds out of the west by northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain, 90%. And let's see. Let's get to the weather here. The sun rose this morning at 5:34 a.m. Sun will be setting at 8:46 p.m. tonight. And let's see. For our, I'm gonna make sure I get that. Where was that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Our world times and temperatures as I speak. We have in Honolulu, Hawaii at 3:19 a.m. Currently this morning. Clear sky, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, that's where my sister lives. My younger sister lives in Phoenix. At 6:19 a.m. Sunny and clear, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, a little cooler there. Hi, Jack. And Chicago, the Windy City at 8:20 a.m. Cloudy skies, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle at 9:20 a.m. this Sunday morning. It is cloudy skies, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony is at. Tony is telling us it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. 92 for the high. It's going to be a hot one down in Georgia. 75 and sunny down there in Georgia. Warner Robins, Georgia. I've never been there. Let's see. Across the pond, or no. Did I say New York City? Yeah, New York City at 9:20 a.m. It's 9:20 a.m. here. Cloudy skies, 77 degrees Fahrenheit in New York City, the jungle. I don't know. I forgot. I just, let's see. That's a perfect temperature. Okay. Let's see. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean in Cork, Ireland at 2:12 or 2:21 p.m. Cloudy skies in Cork, Ireland, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And across the English Channel, we're going to go over there where SM9 is at. Is SM9? Are you in the UK? Yeah. He says he's in the UK right here. This is the post. Quite warm, then only 14. It's 57 degrees, 14 degrees Celsius, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. So here in Blackpool, UK. Okay. He's saying that the temperatures there in Blackpool, temperatures drop here. Had 28 C, which is 82 a few days ago, and now it's 17 degrees Celsius. Thank you for those conversions there. Oh, that's Lore. Lore, that's up in Norway. Okay. SM9 is in UK, but temperatures are dropping. That's and now right now in Norway where Lore is at 17 degrees Celsius, 62. Thank you for those conversions, both SM9 and Lore. Greatly appreciate. And Lore says to SM. Or SM says to Laura, oh, okay, yeah. Norway always has perfect temperatures, but they're probably hot to Laura. And let's see, what's this? 15, 20 degrees Celsius is ideal, I guess. And Laura likes, what's he like? He likes the 25C. What's 25C? Let's see. It's probably right around that 60. That's 80 degrees. Yeah, 25C. Oh, 77. Yeah, that's a good temperature. I like that too. To Laura, 25C. I like that too. And that's again, SM9 is in Blackpool, UK. Laura is up there in Norway, and Jim, our good friend Jim Figerty, Liam from Jim Figerty, is over there in Ireland. Probably not too far from Cork, as far as that goes. Let's see. Continuing in Milan, Italy, at 3:23 p.m. in the afternoon. Sunny and clear in Milan, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Swinging over to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia at 9:23 p.m. in their evening. It is raining in Kuala Lumpur, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Tokyo, Japan, which is 13 hours ahead of where I'm at. So subtract 5 where Laura SM9 and Liam is at. It's 8 hours ahead. But Tokyo, it's cloudy skies, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. And down on the great continent and great country of Australia, Melbourne, Australia, they're finishing out their day at 11:24 p.m. in their late evening. It's cloudy skies, 46 degrees in Melbourne, and over to Sydney to the east. It's cloudy with a little clearing, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. This morning, we have I did post the thought for the day. The thought for the day from Florence Nightingale, who is an English statistician. Florence Nightingale was an English social reformist, statistician, and founder of the modern nursing. So she started, the Nightingale, the nurse. Nightingale came to performance while serving and managing and training nurses during the Crimean War, in which she organized care for wounded soldiers at Constantinople. Excuse the typos. No, that's all right. Cork is 105 miles from Liam. He's in, let me bring this up here. Okay, so he's about maybe, the way they drive over in Europe and the UK and Ireland, it's probably an hour's drive, right? 105 miles. Pronounced Port Leach. And temperature there is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I like 60 degrees, 16 degrees Celsius. No problem with the typos there, SM. That's okay. We're allowed typos. Okay, so our quote from Florence Nightingale goes as follows. I attribute my success to this. I never give or take an excuse. Let's just say there was a lot of excuses on the debate, more on one side than the other, but there was a lot of excuses there. But I like that. I attribute my success to this. I never give or take any excuse. Is there ever a really good excuse? Very rarely. Very rarely. Especially when you're dealing with people's lives. There's no excuse. Because being as a firefighter, I'm a retired firefighter from the United States Air Force. I've been a volunteer for over 20 years total time. And so we're talking close to a good 50 years of my life. I was a firefighter. There was no excuse of compromising safety that would get somebody injured on the fire ground. No excuse. There's some people that they use the excuse, well, I endanger myself to save somebody else, and even that is not an excuse. It's admirable and brave, but any fire chief would say that's no excuse. And it was hard because when I first went into the fire service as a volunteer, you always thought, oh, I'm going to put my life over the saving of somebody, and that's admirable. And I've seen people do that, and that's bravery and stuff like that. But realistically, there's no excuse in putting your danger unless I don't know. I guess that would be the exception. I guess I could say I've been there, and I've had my ass chewed out because of it. I took the ass chewing. Okay, if you're not going to take my excuse, that's full. I'll take the ass chewing and I'll move on. But I know that person was safe. And I know there's a lot of other firefighters that say the same thing. but everything is about safety nowadays as far as that goes. Excuse my typos. That's an excuse we can accept, though. There's a I'm going to throw that in there, and don't take it personally, SM9. That's an excuse, okay? Excuse my typos. Yeah, that's expected, okay? But if you want to be very successful, where Florence Nightingale, she was training people, nurses, that you try and do the best. There's no excuse not to try your best, as far as that goes. Let's see. 105 miles is 170 71 kilometers. I forgot the people in the. No, that's okay. Thank you for the conversion there, SM9. See, I try. I don't think I will ever acquire the changeover from English to metric. According to Google, the journey from Cork to Port is 45 minutes. Oh, 1 hour and 45 minutes. I would say an hour and a half by American standards. 100, because the speed limit here is 65 miles per hour, but everybody does 75. So, that leaves what, 75, that leaves you 30 miles. If you're doing 75 miles an hour, you can do that in less than a 30 minutes. So, if you're doing the speed limit, right, an hour and 45 minutes. So there's our quote and our thought for the day from Florence Nightingale. I attribute my success to this. I never give or take any excuse. Thank you, Florence Nightingale. God bless and Godspeed. I guess some excuses are allowed, I guess, but if you want to be successful, your excuses are going to be next to nothing. And like I said, that example, there's really no excuse when you're dealing with other people's lives and stuff. Let's see. What else do we got on here? National Day today. We have the National Day. I guess I'm doing this to get me prepped for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, start of a new week. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, though. Mine's been pretty good, very quiet. We've been hunkered down here at the house with we've been having some rain over the last couple of days, but it's been good. Let's see. We have National Oat Day. What is that? That seems like a fashion thing. I don't know what that is. National Meteor Watch Day. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if we'll be watching any meteors with a cloudy. I like this. Let's have it. Social Media Day. How about that? Today is Social Media Day. We're on social media, right? Broadcasting is part of social media, so why not? Social Media Day for June 30th. Hashtag Social Media Day. Social Media Day is observed annually on June 30th. It is short life. Social media has redefined how people interact, communicate, and share with family, friends, and the world. And that's what we're doing here. This is worldwide. We got Laura and SM9 and Liam over there in Norway, UK, and Ireland. We here in the States, we got in the chat. Oh, we got Thamra. I'm sorry. Thamra coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We're worldwide. So this is a good one. I like this one. Hashtag Social Media Day. Let's see. With the launch of Friendster, remember Friendster in 2002? I don't remember that one. I remember MySpace. That came out in 2003. Social media became mainstream on those two platforms, and then Facebook, Twitter, and all those. Then 2004 brought the founding of the king of social media, Facebook. I don't think it's really the king now because there's so many. How many do I got? I got 7 broadcasting, but I got an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got close to 15 different social media feeds that I go to. Twitter encouraged us to post our thoughts with fewer than 140 characters. Who would have thought back in the day when it first started, it'd still be here? Now it's X. It's still Twitter. We'd still call it Twitter. Everybody has a nickname. So that's its nickname, Twitter. That's how when we express ourselves better through imagery, which that's what I love about broadcasting is imagery. You're seeing me as a real person. As I said earlier, I've been taken out of context when I'm in the chat. They think I'm a bloody freaking lunatic and I've gone off the rails. No, I don't think so. Sad to report, that is not true. Okay, it's just somebody that's trying to make something out of nothing. That's the one big drawback of social media. You got the blowhards out there. They'll say, "Oh, I know this. I travel the world. I lived overseas for so long. I've got a network or something like that." You're blowhards. Look in the freaking mirror, for God's sake. I'm not going to. I'm having fun with that. But when we express ourselves better through imagery, Instagram and Flickr offer all the sharing we can handle. I'm on Instagram. I still have. Who still use Flickr? I like Flickr. I still have an account there. And speaking of video, YouTube is a social place for everything. So it's the great behind Google. YouTube is a great search engine. Well, it's part of the Google family and stuff. Let me restart my phone here. Let's see. Okay, we're back on the. So, and speaking of video, YouTube is a social place where everything from how to pop culture to where what not to do with fireworks on 4th of July. And now we have Rumble. Rumble's the same thing. I love Rumble. You don't want me to go down that rabbit. I love Rumble. Rumble Studios, folks. It's a happening place. It's going to be. It's probably right up there, almost equal to YouTube. I would say. I think more people. I'm streaming onto YouTube, so I don't want to. I'm not going to bash YouTube. YouTube is great. It's still Google. I know there's people that have some heartaches against Google and all that. It's Google, for Christ's sakes. Get over it. People, I'm going to ditch my Google and all that. Okay, go ahead. I don't care. What's that? What's that, Pam? Oh, Mrs. Oops. Were you talking to me or? Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Okay. I like the weekend editions, either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not going to do both. If I do a Saturday, I won't do a Sunday. If I'm not broadcasting, I may come up here on a Sunday. That's how I'm going to work the weekend edition. But I fixed my dryer a number of times looking at YouTube. But I'm broadcasting there. It's a great place to put archive videos and stuff like that. And I like it there. So today is hashtag Social Media Day. Social media makes it possible to stay connected and informed about, and also you say informed, but we also receive, and you know what I'm talking about, a lot of misinformation. That's for sure. We've seen that in the past. But for the most part, you filter it through, and it's a good resource about those important peoples in our life. Reconnecting with classmates, past workers, associates, staying in contact. Like we just said, I stay in contact with Tony. We've known each other for 2 days or 2 days. I'm getting excited. I think the coffee's kicking in. We've known each other for 3 years. I want to continue that friendship. There's friendships I've started here, and I broke off for one reason or the other because let's just say the individuals are blowhards. They probably thought I was a blowhard. I'm off the rails and stuff. Whatever. 2 days. I misspoke. You remember you did I'm using my excuse here. I misspoke. I misspoke, Laura. I'm sorry. See, it gets the best of us. I'm just a simple person. I'm not perfect. Okay. There's some broadcasters out there that they think they're perfect. They're up almost godlike or something like that. And as far as that goes, I'm not. I know I look myself in the mirror and I know where I stand. I'm just a simple person with simple wants and needs. I'm thankful that I'm retired. I'm living a good life now. I'm more relaxed now than I ever have been in my whole life, for the most part. I like to have the cat. That's a good one. So, but we reconnect with people, stay connected. It has almost made it possible to connect with our ancestors and find relatives we never knew to exist. And like I said, I'm broadcast. I probably, if it wasn't for the internet and broadcasting and social media, I probably wouldn't be. My cousins wouldn't see me out there in Wisconsin and Minnesota. I have a few good friends that I would trust my life with. I say that seriously. I would trust my life with because they were firefighters. I worked with them, and so they're in my private Facebook. You know, they rate pretty high in my book. You know, they're like family. I only have I think 20 people in my private Facebook. I have 88. I need 12 more. Follow me on Facebook, the public Facebook, the real Fireman Rich. You're gonna get the same thing as you do on Twitter there and stuff. Let's see. Somebody just went live. Who went live? Oh, Jesum. He's doing PUBG Battlegrounds. He's a good guy. He's one of the guys I recommend. If you want to know what PUBG Battlegrounds is all about, watch him. He is a pro. I've learned a lot from him about the game. He did some good strategies. But you stay in contests, and yes, the family tree has become a social media platform as well. MyHeritage and Ancestry.com. The missus uses Ancestry.com. I always thought I had primary ancestry was to Irish. It's not. It's actually to English. It's on the Welsh side there of my grandfather. I always thought he was Irish, but she did the ancestry. Said, no, you're wrong, Rich. Your grandfather is more English. Your grandmother was the Irish side of the house there. My father's mother, my grandmother. And I think their parents, my great grandparents, they're the ones that came over on the boat. I think from my great grandfather. I guess he was English, but my great grandmother, they were English. And then I think is it my grandfather? Great grandfather. He somehow my grandparents hooked up, and my grandmother's from Ireland. I'm not sure where they met up and stuff. Somewhere over there in the UK and Ireland or something like that. I think it might have been. I think it was Ireland. My grandfather was in Ireland or something like that. Or no, they met in New York City.
Your mom's side's like Polish.
Yeah, Polish and German. My mother's side is Polish and German.
No, it might be.
And stuff like that. Wasn't there? Oh, you got some French. That's right.
Me?
Yeah. I thought you said there was some French on your side. Okay. Hey, Big Juice. Big Juice. Steve is here. Glad to have you. Coming in from Ohio. Hey, Rich, I'm coming to New York, and you're going to be my tour. Now, it depends on what New York you're going to come to. New York's a big state, my friend. It's as big as Ohio, and it's just like if you say New York City, no, not even going to go there. We could probably meet up someplace and stuff like that. But Big Juice, glad to have you here. I hope you're having a great weekend there, my friend. We just had a raid from Layham, Jim Figerty's crowd there, and we greatly appreciate that. That made my day right there. I love Jim Figerty. He's just a fun guy. You watch his broadcast, and he's just a fun, to the point guy. And I like that. I'll buy breakfast at Denny. Well, then we'd have to meet up there. We'd have to meet up in Binghamton. That's where the nearest Denny's to me. How far is it to Elmira from here?
30 minutes.
Huh?
30 minutes or so.
It's the same as going up to Bethel there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We take somebody.
So coming from Ohio, we could meet up. You know what would be a good place? Elmira, New York. We can meet at the Denny's in Elmira, New York. Look it up. They have some good hotels there. That's actually Elmira, New York is the final resting place of Mark Twain. He's one of my favorite authors. Him and J.R.R. Tolkien. Those are my two favorite authors. I know I've said that before, but I like to say that. Let's see. Okay. I'm retired, so I can make time to. I can go down the road now. You'll buy breakfast, okay? Then we'll say hi to Mark Twain at his gravesite, and then we'll extend it, and then I'll buy lunch, and then you'll be back on your way back to Ohio. Elmira's a great little city. Binghamton's a little bit bigger, but for you to come from Ohio, it'd be like another hour's drive from Elmira so that's more your side. as far as that goes. Let's see. Seeing that this is the last day of the week or last day of the month, last day of the week. It is the last day of the week too, I guess, the seventh day. Last day of the month, we got. Let's see, April for my Mixcloud shows.
Tired, Mom? You tired?
Oh, did you tire him out?
No,
The missus is playing with the cats here.
distracted.
Who else are you playing with?
Just Murdoch.
Oh, Murdoch. Okay.
He's getting distracted. It's like, okay.
Did Jack get into the play?
Oh, no. He's
Okay. She's just playing. Let's see. We're going to be for the month of July. We're going to be having 3 Mixcloud broadcasts. We're going to have one on the 2nd, one on the 16th. These are Tuesdays, and one on the 30th. I'm marking that down on my Post-it pad so I can put it on my calendar. And let's see, we did get some water there. So we're going to have 3 Mixcloud broadcasts this month. So, hey, Mel, you're on Rumble. Thank you. You're on the Rumble. Very good. And it's late where Mel's at. Rockhampton, I think, right? Did I say it right? I'm getting Rockhampton, Central Queensland, Australia. Thank you. I know Rockhampton. And who else? The other one there at Garden City. Oh, Aussie Joanna. She's at Tuwo Imba, which is the Garden City of, or is it somebody in Garden City, Australia? But I hope you are doing well. And Tony's saying good morning to you. You say, yes, you're following me here. Thank you very much. You're following me on Rumble. That's Rumble at Fireman Rich. You got the Rumble app. Thank you very much. You'll know when I'm up. You'll know when Tony uses Rumble. And I think our good friend Michael Bathurst is on Rumble. It's a happening place. I like it. And I appreciate your follow on my Rumble channel, which incidentally, we have 8 people on Rumble right now. We have 8 folks on Rumble. Thank you very much, because that's where I'm going to be broadcasting at. I appreciate it. And Tony is saying hello as always. He's always greeting people in the chat. We love that about that. I don't know if you're available, Tony, to come up. I just got some other stuff to talk about, but it's just the same old. Melanie says good morning to Tony back as far as that goes. And like I said, where she's at, it's near. Yeah, I was just going to my clock. It's nearly midnight there. You're finishing the day. Yeah, it's 11:46 in Sydney. I think you're in that time zone, right? Yeah, it looks like Melbourne and Sydney are in the same time zone. Aren't you an hour behind that? Or are you right there at 11:36 right now? That's what I have. We just did the weather, the world times and temperature. Take your time. Yeah, I'm just hanging out, Tony. I did my mainstay. I just got what do I got left here? I got talked about Mixcloud history. We don't really have to do history or the thing. So, okay, it is that time. Okay, you got 15 more minutes. So, like I said, let's see. Yeah, Melbourne and Sydney are 14 hours ahead of us right now here because it's we're at 9:47 and give you a few. Okay, just let me know. I'll send you the link. You can come up. We can chat a little bit because like I said, I don't Sundays during the weekday, I know Tony's busy and stuff like that, and he's got a free weekend. So hubby is let's see. Western Australia is 2 hours behind. Oh, okay. So you're 12 hours ahead where you're at, Rockhampton, Central Rockland. And hubby is in Western Australia working. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll drop you the link there, Tony. Just give me a minute here. And like I said, we'll bring Tony up. Greatly appreciate for a weekend now. This is probably the first weekend he hasn't been working in as far as that goes. And you're in Queensland. Yeah, Queensland. Central Queensland, right? That's what I have on my notes. Am I correcting you? That's what you told me to put down on my notes. Central Queensland, Rockhampton. I love saying where you're at overseas and stuff. I'm here in Tioga County, New York. It's a rural area. Let's just say where I would imagine where Mel is at. Tioga County is probably equal to a city over there. Hubby hasn't been home since. Oh wow. Okay, so he does some extensive field work there. Okay, don't tell us what he does. I don't want to know, but I just that's yes, Central Queensland. Okay, you have that right. Yeah, I'm making a point because I remember I used to screw it up. But Mel comes in; she's a regular here as far as in the chat, and I greatly appreciate you being here. Oh, I got to get that link to Tony. Let me bring Tony up. Let's see, copy link, and no approval required to come in. Let me throw this over. Message, Tony. Okay, Tony, I just sent it to you. I just DM'd you the link, so you can come up whenever and stuff. I'll be waiting for you. No problem. Bring Tony up. I did see a replay. He was on Mike. I saw Michael Bathurst's because I wasn't on the internet at all until later. I guess I took a good nap yesterday, and let's see. I think Mel is telling us the secrets to. That's why we have a 20-year marriage. Lots left. We don't see each other. If it works, I try and stay out of the missus's way because I'm retired now, so she sees me more. Let's see. And Mel continues with, he's a safety officer watching work groups. Okay, near the train tracks. It's okay. He doesn't care. Okay. Tell him to be safe. Oh, he's a safety officer, so he knows about safety. So I can relate. Being a firefighter, I can relate to his job because you get these workers at work. There has to be a second a person that looks back that sees the big picture. And I know exactly what your husband does. I have a very good idea what your husband does. So tell him if he retires, I would kill him. Oh. Yeah, I know you're saying that laughingly and stuff like that. So, but 20 years, God bless him for, because that's a long, and he used to be a volunteer firefighter. So, yeah. So I know without even meeting your husband, I know I have a general idea of what he is like. So he used to be a volunteer. Once a volunteer firefighter, you're always a volunteer firefighter. Way I look at it. So, but yeah, there's sometimes those people they have, like your husband, he has those jobs that they're important jobs. Your husband, I can, what you told me right now, I know that's your husband, and he's 6. Yeah, you told me his height because you're sort of tall too. You said, I remember you saying that. He's 6'5". Yeah, I'm 6'5" myself. If I'm not leaning. The missus, when we go for a walk, which will start up tomorrow, we don't usually walk on the weekend, but it's been raining and wet out and stuff like that of late. I'm always leaning forward, and she's always telling me to stand up straight. I'm retired and old, and I'm going to get crotchety. Yes, he has to watch all the time. Yeah, you get that high, you say I am standing up, and then you look at yourself in the window and say, oh man, I got to put my shoulders back. And you're 6'1". Yeah, I remember you telling me that before. You're amongst the tall people of us. I got to keep an eye out for Tony. Let's see. Sorry, I am 6 foot. No, don't be sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about your height and stuff like that. That's I think my sister is 6 foot. We tend to stand out. Yes, yeah. My sister's tall. The missus is a little bit. She's under. I think she's 5'9" or something like that. How tall are you? Yeah. Oh, five. What was that?
5'4", maybe slightly. 5'4".
Okay, about 5'4", 5'5". I thought it was 5'9", so you can tell where I'm at. Tony and I, the Twin Towers. There we go. Tony, lots of laughs. I remember that. I remember you using that in a conversation with Tony before. As far as that goes, let's see. What do we have in world history today? And Tony, you can come up whenever. I sent you the link. That's our joke. Yeah, the Twin Towers. It was 84 years ago. Congress created the Fish and Wildlife Service, the FWS, later recognized as the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in 1956. It's a very important organization. Albert Einstein, on this day in 1905, published during his miracle year the article where he introduced special relativity, which became the general accepted physical theory requiring the relationship between space and time. Mel says, I have to teach him how to play netball if we ever meet. Now, what is net? I think you told me that before. What is netball? Let me look that up. That's a version of basketball, isn't it? You don't bounce it. Netball. I think you told me that before. Netball is a sport played on a rectangular court by two teams of 7 players. The primary objective is to shoot a ball through a defensive goal ring where preserving the opposing team from shooting. So netball. Yeah, you don't dribble. Okay. Hey, Captain Rehab is in the house. I popped a score 3 on the Bristol stool scale on this damn history. Bristol stool scale. Okay. Captain Rehab coming in with the joke. And I'm still trying to figure it out. I get it. I hope you're having a good weekend there, Captain Rehab. Glad to have you here, as always. And let's see, lots of Uncle Rich. I can't believe you just read that. Bristol stool. Yeah, what the hell? I don't. Oh, are you? Well, sometimes I've been, since this broadcast started. We've been on for an hour already. Holy shit! Jesus. We're having fun this morning, Captain Rehab. Oh, okay. I thought that didn't they do a South Park? They did a South Park episode of that, didn't they? That was from South Park. That's all right. It's being clean. Let's be real. Yeah, that's a classic South Park. Yeah, okay. Okay. I thought that looked but it's it is a real thing. Okay. See, you learn something new every time. I laugh. I've watched that episode many a time, and it's funny. This, doctors use it. Okay, doctors use it. Okay, so it's the bigger the better, I guess, right? I'm not gonna. Okay, let's see. Can I ask you a question? You can throw it in the chat, but be nice now. You've known me long enough. You know my rules, okay? And I think the Bristol stool scale is probably the border you don't want to cross over. So if it's on this side of the Bristol, well, you say that's your matrix. If it's on this side, the good side Bristol stool scale, I'll accept it. But if it's over on the other side and it becomes doo-doo, I don't want to hear it. Go ahead, ask away. It's going to be some off the wall. No one Captain Rehab as long as I have. Oh, here comes Tony. Okay, we're going to bring Tony up here. Let's see. Let me go 2 people here. We'll go side by side. Let me get rid of the text here. And you can come up. I got it set for, well, let's just set it on this one, 3. Boy, you're serious. Oh, there we go. Get an audio check?
Might check 1, 2.
There we go, loud and clear. I'm probably blasting through your speakers here and stuff.
No,
Good morning.
Volume down. You're all right.
Good morning. How are we doing?
I'm good. I'm not up on camera yet. That's what I'm looking for. You got to go to where it says duo.
I have you up. You're up. You're on the broadcast right now.
I don't see me up.
I
All
have
see
you.
is you. Let me look. Hang on. Let me look on the other.
Yeah,
one.
I had. Let me get back to the chat here. And Laura says he can see you, Tony.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I can't see me on the what you call it. Let me see what I got going on here.
Well, that's
Because I
interesting.
still see just you on the screen when I pull up the what you call it. I'm looking at it on Twitch now. See it. Okay, cool. What's up, everybody? Oh Lord, Rehab's in the house. Rehab, what's good?
Yeah, we're just talking about the shit scale.
Oh my goodness.
We're just talking about
what's going on.
Nothing. I just sort of laying back here last couple of days. I saw the replay of you and Michael yesterday. Fantastic broadcast as always.
Yeah,
you guys, I like having fun. You guys, well, you used to be on Michael's broadcast all the time, and vice versa and stuff like that. So it's always good to watch the replay. That was the highlight of my day yesterday. I just stayed off the internet, posted a few things on the social media. Today's social media day. Hashtag. I just fill it. That's just content filler and stuff like that. Tony, I want to do something here if I can, because right now, can you see how many people are on the various platforms on your side?
Yes, I can see that on top. The only thing I don't see, because I actually pulled it up on Twitch, and I can see how both of us are on camera right now. When I'm looking, all I see is just you on.
Okay.
As a guest.
So what I'm going to do, don't go anywhere. I'm going to drop you down. I'm going to go full screen, but because I have 10 people, I can do a campaign now.
Go for it.
Okay, hang on. Let's
15
see.
Total.
Yeah, well, to do a campaign, you have to have more than 10 on Rumble.
Right.
I thought it was Rumble, but I got 10, so I'm going to earn a few pennies here. So you can see. So let's see. I want to see which one I want to do. Oh, you know which one I can do? Because I got something coming in. I can talk about that. I ordered a few things. I was supposed to get a new, let's see, can I do that one? No. Oh, they don't have the coffee one up here anymore. What's that? Yeah, Joby. Yeah, I ordered a new Joby. And, they don't have the coffee one. Okay. So let's keep you up. Let's see what you up there. Let's see. Rumble has something new. And exclusive apparel. What's this one about? Let's go ahead and do this one. We have to talk for what? Well, let's see. Let's just accept it. Here we go. You can put it on either side. Okay, we'll accept it. We'll put it on my side. Oh, it blocks me out.
So now I can see both of us.
Okay. All right. So what we have here,
I was able to see myself.
Okay. Well, right now we're going to be talking about this right here, folks. This is the Rumble's campaigns, and we're going to be talking about something new that just came up here. It's Rumble exclusive apparel has finally arrived. They are now offering 20% off of all purchases in the Rumble store with the discount code DROP20. There is the QR code, or else you can go to rumble.store.discount. Just go to Rumble, and you see that thing down there as far as the page. If you want to support the brand that is fighting for free speech, and that's what Rumble is all about. That's what I love about Rumble. Okay, it's a great place, and that's one of their aspects. and fighting for our First Amendment, this is the best way to do it. There are t-shirts, sweaters, hats, plus much more. Go to rumble.store, rumble.store. Okay, folks? And pick up your swag there and stuff like that. I looked at it. It's
really rich swag.
Yeah, swag. Yeah, it's a swag t-shirts, t-shirt. But you want to wear a t-shirt, go there if as far as that goes, and use the code DROP20 and as a promo code, and you get 20% off your entire order. 20%. That's a big cut there. So Rumble exclusive apparel has finally arrived. So check them out. And I think that we've been on I think we only have to be on for 30 seconds, but we're done. I'm going to hit complete, and we're going to go back to Tony.
There we go. Now I can see me. Now I can see me. Thank you.
Yeah, because I was doing the campaign.
No, you good.
The QR code, because they're paying me. I want to make sure that's up there. So
Damn
that's
right.
how it came. And I think I made $1 per minute, 30 seconds.
Good.
But you're only allowed to do one a broadcast, or else somebody would just. There was one time when it first started, I was able to do 2, but I'm starting to get the feel for it, and I like it. And I talk about Rumble because we're on Rumble. I'll promote it, the Rumble app. I have done True Social one time. I use True Social, so I can. There's some of them there that I won't use. I don't know if you looked at that aspect of Rumble.
I haven't looked at a bunch of this stuff in the past month. I need to sit down with it.
It says you have reached the maximum number of allowed campaigns reached on this stream. So if I started another stream,
you could do
probably later I could do another one. But I was expecting. How come I don't see? I've ordered this coffee that was on here. I did a take on 1774 coffee. That's coffee that Rumble is produced. It's like this is the coffee that I usually get. You know what I'm talking about? The Death Wish coffee.
The Death Wish, yeah. Yeah.
Let me get I mentioned it. There's the Death Wish. I think this coffee is going to be one of my new coffees. I'm not going to be Death Wish exclusive and stuff. And so that's a campaign. So thank you for watching and listening to that for the folks on the replay as well as that goes. So we're back to the broadcast here and stuff. So how's it feel to have a full weekend off? What are you laughing at?
Yeah, I'm laughing at Joe. You're funny as hell because you're great for commercials. That's hilarious. I'm actually taking it easy. Next weekend I got a wedding to go to, and I'll be picking Jason up to come back. So it's been cool. Just taking some me time, work.
You've been doing a lot of traveling these last couple of months.
This fiscal year, and I was thinking.
Oh, year, yeah.
I was in South Carolina in November. Been to Maryland a couple of times. Just went to Tennessee. I loved it up there. I did. I got to go to Florida. Then I got to go to Virginia in a couple of months. So this year I've been kind of active more than I have been over the past couple of years, which I knew I needed to do some more. But being business and being family instead of blowing money recreationally has been helping me out. So I'm good. I am good. Right. Tennessee was excellent. It really was. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, and I was perfectly satisfied. And big ups to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Seriously.
Yeah, I enjoyed just you had your presence, but most of the time when I view a broadcast, I'm always looking past the broadcaster, looking and it looked just a countryside beyond the mount or beyond the facilities. They all look great, but Tennessee, I've driven through coming back from O'Connell before we went to Japan, coming back to New York State here. We drove across Tennessee. Beautiful state.
Yes.
Gorgeous state.
If you are an outdoorsman, that place is phenomenal. Y'all got to excuse me. I got an ice pack on my neck. I got
no, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm going to look crazy, but damn it, all of you are at home. Some of y'all look ridiculous on camera. Kiss my ass. We chilling. Let's go.
Yeah, it's all good fun as far as like I said. I try to keep it light as far as you keep me in check when I start venturing over to talk about other broadcasters.
No, I'll be laughing because we've been trying not to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's I guess it's a mechanism just to work through it, stuff like that, because just going back on the previous platforms we've been on, and the drama that we had, just social media in general is just drama as a whole and stuff like that. But I look at it as I think, and I've said this before, the main thing about this broadcasting is it's if I wasn't doing this, I'd have a shortwave radio license to do shortwave, because my grandfather used to do that back in the day, and I thought that was the greatest thing. And I thought this is all science fiction stuff when I was growing up, to be able to do this, what we're doing.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Look at the communicator. The first time I saw James T. Kirk pop out the communicator, I was like, holy crap. That's the prelude to the freaking modern day cell phone.
Exactly. It was. So everybody wanted to get a flip phone after that. And they became the thing off of that. It was hilarious.
Oh, no. You figure the first time you saw that back in the late 60s, I guess it was mid 60s, Star Trek. Was that still 60s? Yeah, that was still 60s.
That was the 60s. It was before me.
Yeah, the cell phone
was my generation, but
the cell phone didn't come out until and I mentioned this recently, the inventor of the lithium battery for the cell phone, he's a professor right here in Binghamton University.
Nice.
And so they everything started getting smaller, and we continue to make things smaller and smaller and stuff. But it's good to. I'm just glad to hear that you had a full weekend off to yourself, to where you just kick back and recharge and stuff. You looked pretty relaxed with Michael yesterday.
Oh yeah, I had just woke. What did I just? I think I just woke up when I saw him on there. We talked for a little bit, and it was cool. That was cool. I always try to get up here and kick it with everybody.
Right.
Big Juice was good. Now I finally see any of the comments. If I missed anybody's comments, I apologize. Good morning to everybody, afternoon, evening, wherever the hell you are on the globe.
So I wonder why you didn't see it. Why you not see it?
You're not going to see previous comments when you come on as a guest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But just your camera, you couldn't see yourself initially, I think.
Initially, no.
Okay.
I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old.
Well, you're aging well. You're aging.
I'm trying. Sleep and vegetables. Always remember, everybody, sleep and vegetables. Stress and anxiety make you look older, and that's what the world pushes on you. You got to relax yourself.
You know what my mother used to say? And I guess I take it to heart now, because I'm over 60, 66. She said, drink water. She always drank water and stuff like that. And this is back growing up, as far as that goes. And let's see, Big Juice. What's he saying? What do you think about LeBron James? Oh yeah, that's something we could talk about. What's your take on that? Yeah, you're more knowledgeable. I think it's great.
I do too. I'm in agreement with you. He wanted it. He's been the face of the NBA since he came in. They put him on a pedestal. He wants to play with his son. I don't think anybody has a problem with him playing with his son.
No,
nobody does. And
I think everybody wants to. I want it. I'm not even a LeBron James fan.
Yeah, quite frankly, you're being a bit of an asshole if you don't want to see it. Rehab, shut up. He wanted to do that. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's awesome as an experiment, and Lakers always are willing to put up a show. I'll be very controversial, because I said this a few years ago. I would love to see him with his son and all three of the Ball brothers on the court at the same time. That would be something historic.
Oh, that's going to happen, don't you think? Or
no.
Why not? All
three of the Ball brothers, they spread out amongst the NBA, and a couple of them have their injuries. Rehab, shut up. But I really did have that as a scenario in my head, just as an experiment to see how it would go. Because what's the man? LeVar Ball always brags on his sons being able to play ball as a team, not necessarily as individuals. So imagine that team, all that youth with LeBron, because LeBron still has it. And
He would max out his assists and stuff. He would be back there, assistant, throwing it to where.
Yes, he would help them out. Yeah. And as a young team, I think that would be good. I want to see Bronny and the Ball brothers on the same team if they were able to work it out. LeBron could be the front man. Any other front men that could run with those four. And I'm being wild with it. This is just me thinking it. Everybody thinks right. Take the three Ball brothers with any big two. And I'd almost want to give you what we saw with Luka and Kyrie.
Oh, yeah. That
would have been excellent.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron and his son with the Ball brothers, I think that would be great. KD with the Ball brothers, I think would be great. Russell Westbrook with them would be great. Any of the big name guys, Kawhi, Paul George. Well,
that's what every team in the NBA is almost trying to set up, like that configuration.
Well, the fit up configuration to put up a team, but if you want to see something different or original, I would like to see all three of the Ball brothers on the same team, to see them work team basketball like how the Celtics did.
Right.
team basketball like how Dallas does. Dallas has a high-powered offense, but everybody gets the ball.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a good idea. It may not happen. And everybody's trying to opt out of their contracts and renegotiate now. Paul George just did his. I saw that earlier. LeBron's opting out so he could renegotiate to make some cap space.
Let me ask you this question. Yes. Do you think some of these players, do you think they off to the side from their teams, they talk to other players and they, like LeBron, he's got to talk to a lot of players. Mm-hmm. Say, hey, let's set this up. Like they're almost trying to.
They've been doing that for years, if you ask me.
Okay.
When LeBron went to the Lakers, this is something that I noticed. A lot of the stars came there, whether they won or lose, whether they won or they lost, they was all getting their money. And I was talking about this on Ted's show one time.
Yep.
LeBron actually has a nice little setup where he's at. He gets his money. He's fine. He's helping everybody else get paid because they were always changing the rosters with the big stars. A lot of guys wanted to go home. Some guys wanted to go to other teams. And what's his name? Chris Paul. I know he's over the Union. I think a lot of things were being worked out for players to go not only where they wanted to, but others can go where they needed to. And I think everybody was good with it. The biggest one that tripped me out was Marcus Smart leaving the Celtics to go to Memphis. I'm like, why in the hell would they do that when they were just on the verge of winning the championship? Marcus Smart went down there. He was supposed to help John Morant. It didn't work with them. John Morant is somebody else I would like to see with some of these young guys. That's a brand new young squad being set up the same way the Pelicans were a couple of seasons ago when they had a whole new young roster. I thought the Pelicans were going to do better than they did. I really did because they had a real young roster.
Oh yeah, they were stacked. They were stacked.
It was a pretty high energy squad, and they didn't make it. There's something against them. I don't know.
Captain Rehab said Paul George to the Sixers.
That came up. Yeah, he's in negotiations with them. It's the Sixers.
Really?
The Sixers, the Magic, and the Clippers. Yeah, he's after that. He's in negotiations with them. I like Big Juice. Bring back Shaq. Shaq's tired. He's sitting down. He's done. I'm with you, but bring him back. Devin Booker. Yeah, Devin Booker will be somebody to play with them as well. Yes, there's the Ball brothers on the same team. I think is entertainment.
Right.
Not against them, but it will be something to watch.
Right.
They do know how to play together, and they would be the emphasis of a team, in my opinion.
Right.
Now, LeBron's in here. He wants to be his own man, and I can respect it.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not a fan, but I respect his playing ability is monstrous. Okay,
and I respect his dad wants to play with him in the major league.
Yeah. As far as
the
goes,
NBA majors,
I'm really excited because to have that aspect that you have your son on the same team, and you're gonna, I just to see them the first time we see both of them on the court at the same time, if that's going to happen.
Yes.
That's going to be historic.
That's historic.
And even more historic. And I hate saying this, but with that happening, I think before LeBron goes out, I'd say, let's see if the Lakers can get one more championship with father and son. I think that would be fantastic. That would be.
But that'll be too much of a setup. It would look like a setup.
You think? You think it would be? Yeah.
Now.
Okay.
Big Juice says you got to watch out for Boston. Boston. If you ever watch First Take with Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith, when Kellerman was there, Kellerman actually talked about the Celtics having top draft picks over the next 10 years from the time that he said it. So if they're going to have the draft picks and they kept that roster, they're going to be the biggest threat in the East for a decade. And I'll say it's about 7 years left of that decade now. The Celtics did the truth. They are the truth as a squad and as champions right now. I can't stand Boston. I don't like nothing about Boston.
I know. I'm a big time Boston fan, and it shocked the hell out of me the last time they were in the champion, how they lost it. I'm like, what? But it happens. That's
Jokic on that game. That whole playoffs. That wasn't them. That was Denver beat Miami. Yeah, Denver beat Miami that year. But Boston has I hate it when they lost because I'm a fan of Marcus Smart as a ball player. Marcus Smart is a great basketball player, in my opinion. He's one of my favorites in the NBA. And I hated that he lost. And I think they did get one with him. I'm trying to think back. I'm not fully awake. But I like Marcus Smart as a basketball player. He's one of my favorite. Him and Drew Holiday are two of my favorite basketball players.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him get one. I'm glad I think he got one with them. Somebody fact check me on that. I think Marcus Smart got one. Now he's down there in Memphis. Memphis has a lot of potential, in my opinion. They've always had potential to get in the playoffs, but they just can't make it to the championship.
Yeah, but the thing, for Boston to repeat next year, it's Dallas is scary. They scared me when they were coming up before they played Boston. I'm thinking they were going to just rake over Boston before they even played.
They don't have
And
enough for defense. They
I
don't
was just
play a lot of offense. It's a lot of
but
high-powered offense.
just in those first two games down in Dallas, though, or the first two games in general, I guess I thought it was going to be a 1-1. I thought for sure it was going to go 7 games, but when they won the first 3, I'm going, oh my god! And then Dallas came back on that one. It's like, is this going to be a replay of what almost happened in the NHL? I guess they ready to close it out and they almost lost it.
Right.
And stuff like that. So that's when he really said, "What's going on there?" But that's what's great about sports.
Never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
So it's basketball is I think the Celtics. I really I hadn't been a basketball fan the last couple. This last 2 years I'm coming back to the basketball. It's primarily Celtics are drawing me back in, but it just the gameplay, I guess, just seeing the Celtics play, and I love it. It doesn't matter what team. When you got the whole team, and it's not just focusing on 1 or 2 people, and I think that's a drawback with me not really caring too much for LeBron because they focus too much. Like there's times they and this is back when he played for Cleveland. They wanted him to carry the team, and in modern day sports, one person is not going to carry a team.
A young LeBron, they were supposed to play around him. They crowned him.
Yeah.
He came in crowned and he tried to run it. Now I think he's pushing more of a team emphasis. Well, at least he was when he before.
I think he is too. I think he is. Yeah, I think that's
when he went to the Lakers. Everybody kind of knew it was a money grab. Everybody knows what he can do. Even when he was losing championships, he was averaging a triple-double. Big Juice.
Can you dunk?
Now, no.
I've never done. I'm 6'5", and I could never dunk. Just like
you wasn't even trying. If you're 6'5", you ain't dunking. I'm on your ass. No sir.
No. I can attest. White men cannot jump. I'm just gonna say it. What's the movie there? White men.
White men can't jump. Yes.
Yeah. I'm a typical. I'm gonna say. They made a movie with Woody Harrison. Yeah, that was a great movie. It's just like in that movie, Woody Harrelson could jump taller more than me.
You got to be out there to do it. If you're not out there enough, you don't practice toward it. And once you,
it's a skill. That is definitely a skill because
I've done maybe twice in my life, legitimately. So
my shot was right up just between the foul line and the basket, off to the side on the box. That was my sweet spot. I could kill all day long right there.
The hardest shot for me was shooting from the side. That was my hardest shot.
Yeah. I some of the 3 points that are out there in the corner and stuff like that are like, what is it? Basketball. What about this Caitlin there? It's
I haven't watched the WNBA games, but I think all of it is BS because just let those women ball. I'm not. I'm just talking about the ability that just hearing that it's drawn me in a little bit. I've watched a little bit of it of the Fever and stuff, but some of those the shots are taken, the 3-pointers. I'm like, and they're all net. I'm like, holy shit! Those women can ball, man. They people don't realize. And for those of us who were kids, if you ever played basketball as a kid, the guys and the girls will play together. Yeah. So I could see these women; they will get on the court with you. I'm not mad at them; they're just not high flying.
No, I think they're fighting like they did with women's soccer and stuff. They're doing a sport. They're professionals, and they should be compensated for their ability and stuff like that. So
I agree.
It's just something new.
It's also our fault for not watching the games and going to the games.
Yes,
this is why I don't blame them for not making any money. That's our fault. I'm glad they're a professional level, and I'm glad they're being sponsored. I want that to happen because women athletes, let's be clear, some of these women can beat some of these dudes talking shit about them. Yeah. And I will say that a bunch of these dudes talking junk against these women in basketball, I bet you won't play them, and I bet you won't beat them. I'd almost put money, especially a bunch of these ex-high school, ex-college, couldn't make it, got cut, don't know how to control yourself as athletes that wants to run their mouth all the damn time because they're not entertained. Get on the court. Most games aren't entertaining.
Laura says they can. It's just not very. Overall, I think the overall gameplay is not as exciting as stuff like that.
He was talking about the white men can't jump. That's what they were talking about.
Oh, the white. Oh, okay. I can't. I'm gonna just tell you, there's no way. And this is back when I was about 50, 60 pounds lighter too. There's no way I could,
Yeah,
I could reach up and touch it, but just to get that extra 2 inches, if I could jump maybe just 2 more inches, I could never make it. It's just like when I was running, I could never break the 4-minute mile.
right.
Or 5-minute mile, I should say. 5-minute mile. The closest I came was 5 minutes and 4 seconds. It was for the mile. Never. And but the women's the WNBA has been around for what, over 10 years now?
It's been about 20 years almost.
Oh, is it 20 years?
Yeah, it came out 97, I think. WNBA was 97, so it's been almost 20 years. Actually, it's been 97, 07, 17. It's been almost 30 years.
Is it that? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember they came out by 96, 97.
Let me see, WNBA. Let's check that out. Let's
yeah, check that.
Because I'm thinking it's only about 10 years or 20 years. WNBA.
Damn,
WNBA, the Women's National Professional Association, founded in 96.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It's been almost 30 years.
You know, I can remember it back in 96 because it was just when I was getting ready to get out of the service. They would talk, but because I remember after I retired coming back to New York, and I think I watched a little bit. It was the New York Liberty. That's the New York team. And I hear they're supposed to be really great. I've yet to see them, but I was talking to somebody in the Walmart, and we got talking about that line of sports. And the guy says, if you don't, because of the Caitlyn thing that's bringing to the thing.
Putting controversy in the sport to draw attention. That's how they.
Well, it's just like when Bird. I equate it to Bird and Magic coming in at the same time. That situation right now. Okay, it's a little bit. It reminds me. They've done that analogy, but the first time it says, "Oh, that's like," and they elevated Bass, and I think those two rookies will end up elevating the WNBA because they're fantastic players. You can't take. Huh? They're
pushing them to be the reason of an elevation, the same way they did with Candace Parker.
Yeah, and hopefully they don't get burnt out. That's the thing.
What's her name? Ionescu, the one that was from Oregon. She was good. Gosh, she was good.
Yeah.
Who else? AJ Wilson.
Yeah.
Cheryl Swoops. All of them back. Yeah, they're going to find somebody to make a key player and draw the attention. You glitching a little bit. Is that you or is that me?
What's that?
I think it's glitching a little bit.
Oh, that's me. Hang on.
Okay.
It's my internet and stuff like that. I'm clear on that.
Mine has been acting up too. I noticed that mine has been acting up as well.
Is my audio still good?
It's glitching a little bit.
The audio is?
Yeah. The audio and the video. Is it just me, y'all? Y'all let me know if it's me or if it's him as far as the glitch.
Let me drop some tabs here. Let me drop some tabs. I might be coming back here. Let's see. No, I'm still glitching. Let me drop a few more things here. I got too many tabs open. I can see it glitching too. Okay, no problem. That's the internet. I'm not, it happens. So let's get rid of this stuff here too. I had more tabs than I usually have open there. Let's see. I should be focusing out again.
Now while he's doing all that. I'm a little crazy, y'all. I apologize. My back been killing me.
Is the audio any better?
It's improving.
Okay. We'll just give it a minute here. Let's see what we're sitting at here.
Oh, it's good. Appreciate you, Laura.
Audio's good at my end. Okay, thank you, Laura. That's all I'm concerned about. If it glitches, it glitches, but the audio is the main thing of my concern as far as that goes. So let's see. Let me check on the Rumble here, the Rumble app. That's looking good. Okay, we're starting to come back.
Yeah, you coming back. You good now. You good now.
Okay. Yeah, it happens. Remember how we used to freak out on Haps when this happened?
Because we were trying to be perfectionists.
And that was probably the biggest.
Thank you, Mel.
Mel says it's all good on the Rumble side. Thank you, Mel. Appreciate that. And I'd much rather glitch out and make sure I have audio, and then the people in the chat say, "Hey, when you come back, you come back." It's when both goes. That's like, okay, And I think it's primarily because I've got a good back. I got an Acer Nitro for the PC, which is still a powerhouse. It's a
Acer's always had good ratings. I never saw a problem with them or heard
no.
about
I've never had Acer. To me, they're top line. I don't have. I've always had an Acer. I've had Dell. Dell is pretty decent. Those have been the primary products. I think in general, anything you buy now is pretty good. The missus has a notebook, a Google notebook, and it works great for her, for what she does and stuff like that. She doesn't want to, it's nothing fancy or anything like that. And glitches happens, like Laura says, so it just it does. But I just when it does happen, it's like, oh, okay, we'll just sit tight for a minute or two and see what happens and stuff like that. But no, it's one aspect. The WNBA, it's sort of like with the UFL. I don't know the players, but it's got my interest now because I've seen some of the play. The play compared to I remember seeing it when it first started, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is nothing exciting and so as far as that goes.
I don't have Spectrum Big Juice. I've heard a lot of things.
Yeah. Does anyone have Spectrum? Yeah, I'm on the Spectrum here. When we first got ours, it kept losing connection. Yeah, I'm in a rural area, so that's primary. The Spectrum overall, since I've gotten a new box. If I was on the old box, with that glitch right there, we would be off the air. It comes and goes, yeah. And I'm probably being throttled by. We've got another service here that gives me probably better internet. I've been looking at it, but I don't like when something works. I don't want to change it. So for the most part, 95 to 99% of the time, the internet works for me. So the little glitches, I don't like changes. I'm not too receptive to change still. That's the thing. And change is always going to happen.
Change is always going to happen. Change is going to come, but you settle with what you got. You appreciate what you have before you have to get.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah, and stuff. But like I said, the WNBA, it's got my interest now. It's got my interest because it with the fouls and stuff like that, because I've seen the replay on YouTube. That's what's great about YouTube. You don't have to watch the whole game. You can watch the whole game, but they scale it down to the key aspects.
Well, the highlights. And the WNBA doesn't have much on highlights. That's what everybody's problem.
They've been pretty good of late. I tell you, I've been watching some of this. That's why I guess I'm like, whoa, this play it's elevated compared to what I've seen before.
They're more aggressive and they're stronger. Yeah. They're out there. And those women are serious about it. I mean,
let's just say any one of those players in the WNBA, I'm saying across the board, would kick my ass on the court one-on-one.
Right now, yeah. Right now, they'll be there. Oh, hell yeah. I ain't been out there forever. I wouldn't even play them right now. We was in college and we had a game with we was out there playing one time and the girls basketball team walking by. They was going to practice. And we was like, we'll play with y'all. Just ain't nothing. We'll get up there and help them out, whatever. They moved that ball and they got like, okay. And that was like, okay. Cool. And mind you, they weren't all tall when I went to college. But a lot of women, y'all got to realize, these women are taller than a bunch of y'all who's up here talking shit. I'm telling y'all right now. They 6'4", 6'5", and some of y'all 5'8", 5'9". Joe need to shut up and sit down some damn where.
Well, I can relate. Going back to the high school days, I remember I started cross country as a junior, and then before going to starting our senior year in high school, we went to cross country camp down there in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. It's a 2-week camp. Had fun, and right next to the cross country, there was like 200 of us, guys for cross country camp. Next to it was a field hockey.
Yep, don't mess with them. They'll hurt you.
Sometimes we would run with some of the field hockey because they do a lot of running. So they would run along the trails that we're running down there in Pennsylvania and stuff. And but we got to where a couple of our guys they friended some of the girls there and stuff. And
wait. Hey, wait. Hold on, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Rich said they friended.
I can't say what happened, late at night, but I just know I was an innocent. I was just a goof to where I was real shy and stuff like that. But we had some characters.
Friended.
You like that? I'm gonna have to clip this one. What's this? 147. Oh my god.
Okay.
But we'd scope out. We scoped out the smallest team, and I think it was our just before we challenged him to a team. I guess the senior runners on our team and said, "We're going to play." He came in and he got our one of our other teams there from the nearby high school that was there too and stuff. So we got a team. We were out there with the sticks and stuff like. And this is the smallest team out there, right? They kicked our living ass.
Listen, field hockey women. When I was in junior high school, we knew, we had a field hockey team, and we knew the women who was out there. Of course, they was out there to do a sport or whatever. But when they got out there in their field,
you didn't mess with them.
That's why they was sick for the women athletes. We used to watch them as youth and realize some of those women tried to make it. Now you're looking at the ones who make it. Imagine how much harder they had to go just to be there. So I give them their props. They fine.
Yeah,
that's
a sport. And another rough sport when you really look at it is lacrosse. Lacrosse is just like
absolutely.
That stick there on both field hockey and lacrosse, the little net there, that's a weapon.
Lethal.
Well, it's just like a hockey stick. You look at you get hit with a hockey stick.
Keep going. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Where okay, it should be safe. Baseball, you got the bat, but basketball should be safe. No, you got you don't want to take an elbow. An elbow is like, I've had my share of elbows into the jaw playing high school basketball. And oh my God.
Street ball alone between basketball and football.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of recreational playing. I wasn't necessarily on teams. The only teams I was ever on was like a track team. But basketball and football, we would get out there and play when we was younger. Man,
I never played football. I just saw that sport as like, I don't want to break a bone. I
didn't want to break a bone. That's why I didn't play in the league. But we played outside in the summers when we was kids. And even when I was in college, we did flag. And when I would go to when I was military, if I was TDY or even when we was school, we did flag football out there. And after a while, we'll go out there afterwards and play.
You had the squadron softball team, flag football, and basketball. I played on that too. It's just like, matter of fact, I got it here.
There you go.
That's when we're at Hanscom Field. We're undefeated.
Nice.
And the majority of the time when I was on the team, I rode the bench.
That's a shame.
I had fun. We had some players. I mean, we had on that particular team up there at Hanscom Field. We were undefeated. We just went in there. The other squadrons, they were hesitant about because we had three. Let's just say 4 of the 5 guys that were out there. They were the first quarter 15 points ahead in every game, just about. It was just, and for me, I remember my mentor there, Ski. He was from Boston. He was Air Force career, and he's been retired. But I remember Ski. He was my mentor when I was in tech service as a fire inspector. And he goes, "We're going to get you to play with us." I said, "No, I'm fine, Ski. I'm good. I'm good." He was born and brought up in South Boston. So big. When I was in operations, he would come when I first got up there. We had a basketball court in one of the apparatus stalls to play. Just to have an indoor hoop, and I'd play him at lunchtime, and I'd kick his ass. Sometimes I'd let him win and stuff because, but he was pretty good 1-on-1. I could hold my own with them and stuff like that. But I a very tight friendship with him, and we got to play basketball. I said, "I'm going to get you," because he was one of these guys that was really into the sports and stuff like that, and. I said, "No, that's fine. If we got a team like this, I don't mind. I'll come in." There were some games where someone wasn't feeling well or something like that, and I was, I filled the gap or something like that. I like being the 6th man coming off the thing. That I knew my role and I had fun. And I tell you, the best part was the after game gathering up there at the casual bar. In the
casual bar. I'm through with this guy.
You didn't have a casual bar?
Everybody has a casual bar.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go.
There's a casual bar. Everybody has one.
Oh, but that so much fun, but a great fun, great appreciation of basketball back when, because I was up there when Larry Bird came into and it was, that town was rocking for basketball. Oh my God.
Boston was hell back then. Boston and LA was. I'm happy for the Knicks
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. And they're doing
I
good.
want to see, yeah, I would love to see the Knicks or even the Nets at this point, to bring it into Brooklyn. That would be great for them to, I didn't really care for the Nets when they were in Jersey, but
Nobody did.
they put that Brooklyn tag on it. Yeah, that's New York. You can't get more
Nobody
New York
did.
than that.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, and with the baseball teams down there, we got the Bronx being represented, Queens for the Mets, and it just I like that as far as the New York teams.
You know what? Now that you mention it, only
What's that?
borough that's not represented is Staten Island.
Staten Island and
Long Island has the Islanders. Queens has the Mets. Brooklyn has the Nets.
Now-
Queens has the Mets. Brooklyn has the Nets. Manhattan has the Knicks and the Rangers. Bronx has the Yankees.
and Islanders, they're out there.
That's Long Island. Yeah, that's Long Island.
Yeah, that's Long Island.
But Staten Island isn't represented. That's the only one that's not represented. Now that I think about it,
Staten Island.
Staten Island's not represented. Yes, all the
Staten-
boroughs represented.
Okay, Staten Island is part of the boroughs.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's the only borough not represented. Now you mentioned it.
Now, what Coney Island? Where's Coney Island?
Coney Island's in Brooklyn.
Okay.
That's in
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I used to, when I visited my down there at the Coney Island, Nathan's. I used to go down there. I love going to Coney Island.
2-3 years ago. That was I think the first time I remember being there. I did not know Nathan's sold hamburgers.
Yeah,
And
but you see how many grills they have and how many hot dogs they can cook at one time. You could feed a freaking army.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
It's
can.
unreal.
It was a dining hall when we went there. I was like,
Oh,
my
more so, yeah.
God.
That's one of the best hot dogs there is and stuff. Even the ones you get in the store, they come pretty close. Not, and we're talking the real authentic. They're longer than a foot long that they call foot longs and stuff like that. But no, it's all good as far as but let's see what else. So you're going to be traveling. You're going to be busy still, I guess, for the rest of this year. I guess going into the
next 2 months, definitely. Next 2-3 months, definitely.
Big Juice says I'd go for a Coney dog right about. Oh yeah, who wouldn't?
Man, I need an Italian icy. A
There you
rainbow
go.
Italian
Oh,
icy. Now you that's one, man.
We're still an hour and a half before lunch here and
Yes,
stuff.
Lord.
But
I'm gonna go grab some breakfast, man. Just want to jump.
yeah,
off
we're coming up on 2 hours here. So Tony, I really appreciate you being up. It's always good, and that's one of the reasons I think a Sunday is a good time where I would love to broadcast yesterday, have you both up yesterday. I just didn't feel it. There's some of those days it's like, because I'm looking at the broadcasting I have been doing, because I'm getting into this gaming again, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I think the individuals that were bent out of shape about it, like, over it and stuff like that, because I haven't heard any static about it anymore. But I'm getting into the gaming again on those nights to where, because I like taking the afternoon naps. So.
Yes.
And I think doing that it allows me to do the gaming. So I'm doing the rotation of games and stuff like that, and I've been having some really fun games, because with everything else I have to do, it's not really a busy day, it's just like that. But just I got my certain routine I'm sticking to as far as doing things and stuff. It's just trying to, and it's a really like I said, this last year, be retired. You got something to look forward to, my friend, when you do retire.
I do. I'm contemplating some of it.
I'm counting my blessings every morning I wake up and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
It's just, and I wouldn't be in a situation, like I said, with the same breath I'd have to say, because of the missus and stuff like that. It's just like, she's been a major impact on, she wanted me to retire when I was 62, and I said, I'll go 67. And no, it's.
Oh, that's already in the works, Big Juice. And get ready. I do plan on going down there. I've been planning it for the past few years. It's just the money wise has been an issue. But when I do go, you'll know about it.
Disneyland's expensive, isn't
But
it?
you will see that because I have to take my son down there, and I really have it in my mind to have both my boys.
Oh, okay, with the son. Yeah,
When I
yeah.
family
Jason would
vacation,
love
I'm gonna
that.
take
He
a
would
week.
love
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better get ready. If you
Yeah.
didn't see when I was in Gatlinburg, that's how I do when I go places because a lot of people just love the sightseeing, and I want to show
You
everybody.
got to use the Rumble app, the
Yeah.
Rumble Studios app to broadcast.
Well, it'll wear your battery out. That's why I use TikTok. See, when you're out and about, you're at home.
No,
When you're out and about on your mobile, try and use it. And you see how fast your battery drains.
no, I've used it once. I didn't see any significance on my battery, so
You
that'd
wasn't
be
on long enough.
no. I was on for a good hour. It
Were
didn't seem
you?
like. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, that's something to test. That gives me an idea. I'm gonna have to test that out because I didn't see any. I use it here on the. I've used it a couple times here
Mhm.
on the desk to when I first
Yeah, but
started.
using it mobile is different, Rich. You
No,
know,
I
I go
think.
mobile.
Well, you might be right because I had it on all the places I wanted to broadcast to.
So with
So-
multi-stream with no problem from your phone?
Check out my the golf course one.
I will. Okay.
Okay, and I think Michael even said, and I looked at the replay. I couldn't believe the replay on it. I said, "Holy crap,
Mhm.
it's better." And I've used, and this is the phone. This is a Samsung 24A
I'll try that.
5G, and I've used this doing both X Live and Twitch.
X Live and Twitch aren't an issue.
No, on this they
Rumble,
did.
you
They were
multi-stream?
crappy
'Cause
for me. They were crappy for me, Tony. That's why I was getting Rumble Studios.
Your signal is another issue. Remember,
Well,
that.
they
Your
just-
signal is another issue. It's not so much the device as much as it's your signal strength.
Well, they
That's
just
what
upped it now. Where I'm actually getting a 5G now. Where say 6 months ago I wasn't getting 5G in my area.
Yeah.
So that tells me
Signal
something.
strength.
So you're correct in that aspect. Yes, I
And
would.
take it from me, for somebody who was doing it when I was on HAPS, I was
Yeah.
multi-streaming through HAPS every time.
Yeah.
So that drains
Yeah.
the device more than anything. But I will try to check that out. Let me go eat because I'm about to get home.
Okay, just give us as we end the broadcast here, and you're not gonna stay in the green room then, right?
No, I'm gonna go grub. I gotta.
Okay, yeah. So just go ahead and tell the folks here so we get on the replay where we can find you, Tony.
Look at my link tree. My link tree is TonyD.original. I'm trying to get my Rumble numbers up, my Twitch numbers up. Yeah, that's my Twitter that he's got right there. That's my Twitter. What's the other one? Rumble, Twitch, my YouTube numbers as well, please. I don't do a lot on YouTube because I always have music on, and that's on me. But when we do the fantasy football, and every now and then when we just shoot the proverbial like we do right now, it is on my YouTube. Rich, appreciate you.
Yeah,
Always. Still waiting on Ted to come back up. Big ups to Smoke. I do want to thank Carmen. She's been having me on her show a lot too. Big ups to Bathurst, Rehab, Juice, Laura, Mel, all of y'all out there. If I miss you, I apologize, but appreciate y'all. Y'all check us out. We'll be doing this for a while. Trust me.
Yep. It's always good. Always good to have you, Tony. Thank you. I
Appreciate
greatly
you too.
appreciate you coming up very much. My brother veteran, my good friend, and fellow broadcaster there. And Big Juice saying with a big thumbs up there. I'm Rich Roberts.
I'm gonna head out.
Fireman Rich on here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich over there on X and all those other fine social media. Thank you again, Tony. Tony just the exit stage left. And you can follow me also on Truth Social, Instagram Threads, Blue Skies, public Facebook is all one word. I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for being here on the weekend edition, Sunday Morning Coffee, for this last day of June. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much also. Greatly appreciate. Great broadcast, Tony. Again, thank you very much. And thank you all in the chat as well. Y'all have a great one wherever you may be. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.